How I feel is after announcing that this meeting was going to take place yesterday, it should not have been talked about anymore until we actually had the meeting, because this is messy. And now it's becoming a who's who, you know, what are you really accepted, right, as a large content creator or as an influencer, or is turning into something else. And I feel like it shouldn't be, right? It's the premise of the meat and potatoes, right, of the meeting. I believe, with all due respect, he had very good intentions and still does, right? However, this right here, right now, what's happening right now, messy. And it's completely out of control. And he's losing, how do I want to word this? A hold of everything in regards to it. He's, baby, he is getting messy.
Okay, I'm gonna say this right quick before I head into the doctor. I could see where Kev is frustrated because I'm not saying that Rose did it, but last night I was watching the comment section, and that's 50% of the comments was, well, why is so and so qualified to come? How is so and so able to come? Why you let them come? And a lot of them was about you. Well, she ain't no big content creator. Why y'all let her up? What qualify her? So for Kev, it may be not necessarily why Rose is asking the question, but he's sick of it, just like I am, because you want to know what qualifies somebody to be invited. That's not even what it's about. Why does it matter why somebody is qualified to come, or why that person was on his mind to say, okay, I want this person? So then it goes into the semantics of, well, how many followers you got to have? Like, what kind of engagement you supposed to be having? Like, they want specifics of why somebody was invited and why somebody else wasn't invited. And it's getting to where it's like, everybody can't be invited. If you have an issue around somebody not being invited, or if they were, come up with your own panel of people and have your own meeting. It's just that simple.
I completely understand that. What I'm saying is, once he announced that he wanted to do this meeting and everything, he should have left it at that and not spoke on it anymore. Because now that we saying the same thing, just different.
Right.
It's turning into a billionaires club, right? Or a golf club.
Right.
Who can get in and who can't? If we know what the goal is, you see what I'm saying?
Right.
The goal nobody is moving the goalpost, right? All that I'm saying is, once he said, like, okay, well, I want to talk to y'all, we need to have a meeting, or these are the ideas that I have, right? This is the vision that I see. Would you guys be willing to help with that, right? And we all was like, okay, yeah, cool, come in, you know what I'm saying? We'll whoop the bam. It should have been left at that, because now, right, it's giving other people that option to chime in, which is fine. Right? But it's not going the way that he thought it would be. Like, okay, well, yeah, I'm glad y'all doing this, that, and the third. Now it's, okay, well, why they can come and why they can't? Okay, well, what I need to have in order to get there? Okay, because I want to come too. It's turning into something else. And this is what it's going to be remembered for, not the actual fucking meeting. Mark my word. Well, don't you remember on that live you held yesterday that you said, whoop, whoop? You see what I'm saying? All that I'm saying is, it shouldn't be
shut down
until tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, and I agree with you, because everybody got their 2 cents. And even though he said that creators are able to stream it so that you can still hear what's going on, but you ain't gonna be able to speak, people still not satisfied. Like, but if he would have said, y'all, we not saying nothing else about it, no, we're gonna keep it under wraps, we're not, then it would have been, oh, y'all trying to do something in secret. Why y'all so secretive? Y'all must be gonna do some shady shit. It's like you can't please niggas. And this is what makes it hard to try to make a change to do something better. Because it's always going to be somebody trying to pick holes in something, talk shit about something before you can even try to do something positive. But niggas be the main ones complaining.
I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. Wholeheartedly.
It's crazy. It's crazy because
It's
now that
madness
certain
at this point.
people are being asked to be a part of it, now we got a target on our back because somebody else wasn't invited. Now we got a target on our back. And like I said, for them to be asking, well, who is KayDubbTho? Why KayDubbTho invited? Like, why do that? What does
Well,
it matter?
believe it or not, KayDubbTho is actually relatively influential, but I ain't gonna toot my own horn,
I
right?
mean, we know that the people that,
Right.
have followed you, that talk to you or whatever, but it's like that was getting on my nerves so bad last night. And I know he saw it if I saw it.
I seen it too.
And it's like, what does it matter? Can you let something get off the ground and see what it's gonna be first before you try to throw yourself in it or see how you can be involved? Let something happen first. It ain't no way to win. And that's what it's looking like. And it's kind of looking like, why even try? Because
No.
everybody ain't gonna be happy. I'm not saying that's what I'm saying.
I know that this can be real discouraging, but it is very necessary. So I'm down. I'm still down.
I mean, I'm down too.
They don't
But
want me there though.
it kind of, nah, girl. They saying, baby, who is KayDubbTho,
Who
baby?
the
Why
fuck
y'all
is
letting her
Thur?
in, baby? Because if y'all gonna let her in, why not let me in? And
Shut
and
up.
then it's
And that's
like,
what I'm saying. See,
don't
now it's
do
turning
that.
into a club. It's turning into, or optically speaking, right? It looks like it's
Yes.
turning into a club, or like somebody is being excluded, and that's not what this is in the least bit.
No, it's
That's not what
not.
this is in the least bit, right?
It's
But
not.
okay, by all means, hell, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. I'm finna drop down because I'm finna go into the doctor's office, but I'll be in the comments.
All right, sugar. This is crazy.
Okay, so yeah, I wanted to know get to this. Like you said, Kev, you and Aunt Karen have not been on the same platform in a long time. Me and you
Since Sean and Olivia.
yeah, so it's been a lot of people that have not been in the same space. And I feel like even today we face difficulties with people trying to say like, hey, the content creators should not come together. They should not, basically trying to stop that. And so I feel like when we get to
I heard
a
that she
point,
not in jail. She not in
I
jail.
don't think
She
that
just lied
anybody,
being
because there's
jail.
been multiple people that have, stated, hey, we need to find ways to come together. They said T-Time was speaking on it. People that was on my panel heard
I
me
got
speaking on it. Like,
messages
yo, we need to
saying
board
that Trina
games
not locked
or
up,
movie
y'all.
nights or something. Everybody's trying to
So
find ways
she
to
not
come
in
together.
jail.
So I feel like we shouldn't stop it based off of,
Not yet
well,
anyway. She need
these
to
people
be.
weren't invited to this group or these people weren't, if it's versus invite versus not invite, I understand, you know what I'm saying? If you feel like you're left out, but I don't think it's an intent to leave anybody out. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? It can be 35 different groups, long as everybody is focused on the right thing.
Imagine the coalition that between Trip, Slim God, Tea Time, whoever, Aunt Karen. I was in Aunt Karen live the other day. She had damn near 2,000 people in that motherfucker. Imagine when you got issues, when you got and you everybody sends they folks to start calling folks, to start emailing folks. When they getting bombarded with hundreds and thousands of calls or emails a day simply because we sent them? I ain't gotta go in Aunt Karen's live every day. I ain't gotta go in Slim. We ain't gotta be tapped in like that. We ain't trying to be locked arm in arm, fist to fist, and cup to cup and everything where we just the best of, but that's not this. It's time that we use our collective effort to start making a difference in the things that's important to us. Each one of us got different things that's important to us. And if it's kind of like the llamas. I don't even know who the fuck the llamas is, but I know everybody's scared of them motherfuckers. I know everybody. I know don't know. I just don't fuck with the goddamn llamas. I don't know who the fuck the llamas is, but I know not to fuck with them motherfuckers.
Can I go after Slim? I just want, because I got dropped down.
Now you can go before Slim.
Oh, damn, man, I get
sorry, Slim.
Nah, go ahead, okay.
I just wanted to say it's really weird because the comments are people are saying like, so it's okay if
the llamas,
if little creators
the llamas
get
over here
bullied.
just minding their business. That's the y'all ain't did shit to nobody, cuz.
Say that
just over here minding y'all business. Now what the llamas got to do with
all of that? What I've watched, I know if you guys seen Genty has talked about how people have come to his kids' school. My daughter is about to start school. I don't want that. I don't want somebody in defense of Kev, in defense of anybody who I don't agree with, to go, let's find her daughter's school. That's what I don't think y'all are hearing. So what we're trying to do is have a conversation, because we're not respecting boundaries, and people are doing
y'all
stuff,
ain't do nothing,
and that's what we're talking about here. Nobody is up for grabs. I don't understand why people think that, they gonna go to the little creator. No, nobody said that.
So look here.
Put that out.
A rising tide lifts all boats. A rising tide lifts all boats. When we elevate, when those that have, it's just like with government. When those that have the power elevate, it's supposed to lift all boats. We all gonna elevate. The people that tap in with this movement, everybody gonna start following y'all, and y'all gonna start growing, and y'all coming in the boxes, and y'all going live, and we coming. A rising tide lifts all boats.
And you ain't gotta be picky about the platform that you visit. Now you can just jump in that motherfucker, and knowing that the respect gonna be given automatically, because in order to get respect, you gotta give that shit.
All right, go ahead, Slim. You can go after Slim.
Okay.
Slim, go ahead, and then Zay, you can go after Slim.
It's more of this. Like, this should be the motto of all of us as black content creators on TikTok, especially some of us live streamers that have a large influence. I had said this when I had started changing my whole little direction in which way I was going with things and start beefing with people. Man, we'll never be nothing but niggas on TikTok as long as we spend our time attacking niggas on TikTok. When it comes outside of this app, and you start talking about, like, people ask what you do. Oh, such and such, I had beef with Kev. Not saying Kev smile, I'm just saying, like, in relevance to the rest of the world, and be like, oh, he's a TikToker. You know what I'm saying? If we say TikTok, they'll be like,
Zay, I didn't drop you, but I was about to. One of my mods probably dropped you because if I'm trying to understand what we're doing here. I'm just trying to understand what we're doing here.
If it's so much, we all have good voices. We all have very much so intellectual skills to be able to talk about things that are needed. Some of us don't even care about activism in so many ways. I mean, we speak on certain shit, but we have the power to be entertaining and to build platforms that can sustain us long after this app is gone. And as long as this app continues, you know what I'm saying? We don't have to be targeting one another. And I think that some of the way that we've handled things, especially us that have been around and all these platforms that have branched off of all the collective.
So, all right. Again, nobody asked for my 2 cents, but I'm gonna put it in there anyway. In order for us to actually change anything, right? We have to. The pride, the egos, all of that shit got to be put to the side, and understand that there is no winner or a loser, right? It's not like, oh, well, you ain't finna do me like that, and you ain't. In order for this to be effective, right? Somebody gotta, at some point in time, right? Both parties involved in the conversation, right? Which means if, for instance, if I'm talking to Petty Rowe and we having a issue or whatever the case may be, we both have to understand, right, that there is no winner or no loser. The understanding is coming to common ground on how to grow as a people. It's not about me, because fuck me. It's not about you. Fuck you. It's about us as a people. I'm cutting back up. Ain't no winner, no fucking loser.
A request to come back. I sent her the thing to come back up. She more than welcome to come back up. I need. It just seems like it's more argumentative than problem solving, and I'm not interested in jousting with nobody.
You gotta let her complete her thought, baby.
I'm not finna do it with, I damn sure ain't finna do it with no woman. I'm not finna go back and forth with no woman on Beyonce's internet.
I feel like, especially in the comments, y'all, if it's not about unity, there's nothing that needs to be talked about anymore. Rose, I really don't know. I'm not going to say really don't. I don't know you at all, sweetie. However, you don't seem to be a part of the movement. Your people also seem to be on your side. So if you don't have anything to say that's a part of the unity that they want to take place, it's no reason for you to be over here.
To cut in just for a quick second and say this. While you and Rick is in the building, Artasia, people that I see all of the time, you guys have set what I would say is a dope trend, as well as a lot of the other people who were in here. And I wanted to speak to Omar.
I'm assuming that Tasia is Kev's mod, right? That's just me making an assumption. If so, she's a part of the problem, right? Again, as larger content creators, we have to be able to have some sort of control. Period. Like, look here, hold on, baby. Let me take care of this real quick, and I'm gonna let you speak. But giving your input and all of this other stuff is negating everything, all of the work that you're trying to do. It's doing that, because you can't come in one moment, right, and be like, okay, well, we trying to promote unity, and I'm so for that, y'all. I want this shit so bad. You know what I'm saying? And then be like, okay, but my mod can speak to this situation or to that situation. I don't know where the hell y'all requests are going, but I don't know if y'all like putting them in or accidentally putting them in and taking them back or what. Like, but regardless, at the end of the day, it's coming off as hypocritical. But I know what he's doing. I think I know what he's doing. It's understandable. I just don't want this to turn into something that is not.
And individuals have gotten trampled in that wave of trying to choose in between. And so I'm glad you guys are doing this, because for me,
real quick,
I always said,
hold on, real quick, Ted. Zay, yeah. I didn't drop you, Zay.
Oh my God, Blaze is in here.
I was dropped.
I know you were dropped because you weren't in the boxing mode. What I'm saying to you is, I didn't drop you.
But you were
I was getting ready to,
right?
But I wasn't the one to judge. You said you didn't have nothing to say, right? Am I wrong?
No.
Because at this point, there's a narrative. If y'all already painted a whole narrative on your own, right?
What's up, girl?
Cousin, help me understand.
What do you want to help you understand? I'll help. Bella, I saw you slide in.
Hold on, my earpiece tripping. Hold on.
I have no problem with supporting whatever the movement is supposed to be.
I gotta put some oil sheen on these braids. They looking a little dry.
That was it.
Some grease or something. Yeah, because it's not about nobody's ego. It's not about the person or the individual at all. It's about all of us together. Lulu, I'm gonna drop you down for a second, baby.
I didn't want to laugh, but I was laughing at the silence.
It's about all of us together. I'm assuming, I'm hoping, because it's not about one specific individual or like all of the larger content creators put together. It's not even that. It's just to set an example, number one, and to keep things from like going so fucking far in the future.
Afterwards, you said that this is your first time over here. You don't know how it works. Over here, this is Kev's panel. It's also Rick's panel.
You hear this?
Can interrupt whoever. It's their panel. We know that we respect the host. Doesn't matter if they're male or female. Okay? That's what happens over here. You also kept going and going and going. with
Y'all
subliminal
know what?
jabs,
Let me
acting
take
like that we're
another.
not
Hold on.
condescending. You
Oh,
trying to
shit,
figure
I'm
out
turning
where do
y'all
you
down.
get in to
Turning
fit
on the
in.
wrong one.
Babe,
Lord, let me turn
find
this
your
down for a
own
second.
to get in and fit in.
Number
That's
one, the
it.
meeting
That's
has
all
not
I'm
happened
saying.
yet, so they can do this, right? However they want to. It's just not really setting a good example, but the meeting has not happened yet.
Okay, so
And this is
to
still
speak
this
into
man's
the
platform.
context, when Trip
So I got to
was
take those things
speaking,
into consideration too,
I said that I
just to
literally
be
told him,
fair.
and this may not have been the time
But okay.
because for them to have that conversation. If it is male dominant, which means that the host is a man, and they shouldn't be trying to have a conversation amongst women with men. That was the statements that I made. I don't know why that was.
No. But context is important, Rosie.
And that's why I'm saying I don't understand why my statements.
Hang tight. No. I'm talking about context in which you display or in which you said what you said. I'm not talking about the context in which people interpreted it. I'm talking about the context in which you said it. So you the only context that you're concerned with is the context in which people take what you said. You're not taking the context of which you put it out there. And that's where the original problem started, is the context in which you put it out there. Because once you put it out there, it's left for private interpretation.
I've said this once and I'm going to say it again. I am going to stream it, but I probably will not be really able to interact with y'all as much. I'll, of course, be able to interact, but just not as much because I do want to be involved, like, attentive. Sorry, brain fart. Attentive to the situations and the issues that are being brought up at hand in the Zoom. You know what I'm saying? So I will stream it for y'all. Y'all will be able to see it. Yes, I'm fine. I'm a little sleepy now. I yawned like 8 times and I need another nap. But I will stream it for y'all. I just won't be able to really interact as much. Okay? But I got y'all.
And I actually agree with
statements. You made statements saying that y'all could talk on the back end. So I'm confused as to now how is it being taken that I'm throwing jabs and being condescending because I said that it was a male-dominated space, referring to the fact that it should be a conversation amongst women to have a conversation about another woman having a disagreement with another woman. Aren't y'all the same individuals that say men business is men business, women business is women business? It's two women having a disagreement.
Wait, hold up, Empress, hold up. This sounds real personal for you, right?
How?
If you'd allow me to articulate, because
I don't know me, and at this point, I'm trying not to be disrespectful. I'm gonna go.
Rose, what you missing is over here is facts over feelings. When it comes to
not gonna be
facts over feelings.
You're taking a whole narrative this entire time, but I don't like that for you.
I beg your pardon? I beg your pardon? I'm sorry, what'd you say, Rose?
See, this is why
I want her to repeat what
I said I have been being respectful, and at this point, I feel like I'm being antagonized. I think you want it to turn into something else because I have not made any statements that were condescending, disrespectful, childish, taken out of.
No, I'm talking about the part you say I don't like that for you. What was that?
I said I don't like the fact that you're spinning a narrative about me. I don't like that for you. That's what I said.
Okay.
Because if I'm very clear on the statements that I made, and y'all are telling me, oh, it's because you want to be a part of something, that's not the case. I asked 2 questions.
I can assure you that I'm being way more reserved than you. You won't even let me talk. I've been respectful to you. Not only have I let you talk, I instructed other people to let you talk, but yet your emotions are getting the best of you. Your emotions are getting the best of you to the point to where you keep trying to come off mute, and my minds are having to remute your microphone.
Respectfully,
because your emotions are getting the best of you. You came in here,
it's because she's frustrated.
You tried to make it seem like your questioning was innocent, but you really had an agenda behind your questioning. That's okay.
Man, if you don't see that, if we just spent damn near the last hour trying to resolve the issue. And the panel has been the conversation about a big meeting between several content creators has been derailed, and we've been trying to get back to the conversation. Man,
I promise you, because I'm trying to be respectful. I'm trying to be. Your threats of disrespect means nothing to me. And see, that's how you know somebody's intentions are not pure if they have to fight back the disrespect.
Oh no!
If somebody has to fight back the disrespect because their emotions are getting the best of them, their intentions are never pure. If my intentions are pure, my emotions are set to the side because I want to come to a common resolution. If I have intentions that my intent is different than that it's actually being displayed, then I'm automatically going to be on the defense about everything because now I have to make it seem like everything that you're doing goes against what I stand on.
That's gaslighting. That's gaslighting at its finest because y'all didn't even let the girl complete a thought to even gather whether she was emotional or not. Now, I feel like because I know Rose and what she was trying to do, I don't think she was being, I do feel like she was being slightly emotional. However, it's due to frustration. But what this man is saying is regardless to what the reason is, like put your emotions to the side and just say what you need to say. You see what I'm saying? This is his platform though.
Influence as an Aunt Karen. Let's face it, you don't have it. So go over there and create the coalition.
Now this is unnecessary.
And come to a meeting of mine just like everybody else is. This is not an exclusion of anybody. This is not about excluding anybody.
If you wanted to just put it that way, for people that saying you can't ask questions, she asked the first question, there was an answer given. She asked the second question, there was an answer given. Hell, I even tried to clarify the best way I could because I heard the explanation when we was in the box. They said that it wasn't to exclude any creators. It's just all the ones that have been around for so long. That's where we were going to start. And once we started though, then we bring everybody else in. That explanation was given. And it was still more questions asked after and after and after, which then makes it look like if that's not your intention, it then makes it look like you're trying to center yourself and bargain for an invitation.
This is not about one particular creator, y'all. And it's not against any set of creators, y'all. Everybody needs to get out of their egos. Everybody needs to get out of their egos. We all have done fucked up shit. So ain't no one better than the other and ain't none less than the other. It ain't about that. It's so not about that, y'all. I sit back and I watch some of this shit, y'all. And I think about even some of the things that I've done and said in an effort to prove a point. A lot of the shit that we do is simply to get a lick back. A lot of the, Aisha, mute your mic. Mute your mic. A lot of the shit that we do is simply to get a lick back. It ain't about trying to expose nobody or prove a point or we want to warn everybody. It's to get a lick back. To exercise a personal grievance or vendetta that we got against somebody else. That's what the shit is for. Half of us really don't even dislike the motherfucker we coming against. Y'all actually really like the motherfucker. But because we feel a certain kind of way, we doing anything. And I'm at the top of the list.
Yeah, she's not in the box anymore.
So whoever said, the hypocrisy, you can kiss my ass. Because I've been including myself as number one this whole time. I'm talking to myself and hoping somebody else is listening. I'm talking to myself and hoping somebody else is listening. And those that ain't listening, it ain't meant for you to hear.
Lord have mercy.
I ain't been sitting up on some high horse acting self-righteous. I'm at the top of the motherfucking list. I know when somebody go low, I'm trying to aim for their goddamn pinky toe.
I got a request.
Look, when it come to this shit, it's certain motherfuckers. Let's keep it a buck. When it come to going at your ass, it's some motherfuckers in here is unmatched. So if y'all really want to keep it a buck, when it come to going at motherfuckers and really getting down to the bone and the marrow of a nigga, it's some motherfuckers. It's some that you do. That's why a lot of motherfuckers mad because, what's an influencer? How do I get to be one of those? Why I ain't in the group? Why y'all ain't tell me?
She never said that.
Y'all ain't sent me no invitation. Y'all ain't say my name.
Oh,
it ain't about that. It ain't about that. That's just words and verbiage used just to describe the event. I just threw it out there. I didn't plan this shit. I didn't sit down and come up with no motherfucking roll. Okay, well, we gonna do this and this and this. I was live.
Talking about cancel the damn meeting.
And said, I told my chat, it was probably about 250 people there.
I'm weak.
I think we just need to all of us need to get together. Blah, blah, blah. I just started calling out names. God damn. Gotta smoke a cigarette.
I just need everybody to understand this is not a pick and choose here. Everybody is an influencer. A lot of the jabs that allow a smaller content to have influence come from old fights, from old heads. I don't mean literally those are old people, just old fights, and they're stemming down. So they're saying just to cease the fight.
You know what I'm saying? So to be like, oh, well, you're not an influencer. You don't have this. You don't have that.
You are still going to be a part of it because they're all going to stream. Your comments will be seen. They will be read if they need to be seen and heard to add to the plan. It's just to grow the platforms, to make things better so we can do better for each other, to support each other. Y'all, please don't mess this up.
Everybody don't support. Everybody ain't gonna support. It's 1,800 motherfuckers here. I guarantee you maybe 800 of y'all follow this page. It may be, it's 1,800 of y'all.
I definitely don't.
It may be 800 people in here that actually follow my page right now.
I don't.
It ain't about one person. It's about everybody tapping in with everybody to create a coalition of motherfuckers that first of all, we not going to be bringing people families and shit. We not going to be mentioning people kids and shit. We not going to be talking about people religion. We not going to be fat shaming folks. We not going to make other content creators our content. It's about a common goal and a common objective. To where you understand that you got more power with your numbers than you do with going against each other. That's what it's about, y'all. I ain't saying that we all finna be the best of goddamn friends. What I am saying is when we say when it's time for us to activate, turn the comments back on, y'all. I don't care nothing about that. Turn the comments back on. When it's time for us to activate, it's time to activate. That's what it's about. Please turn the comments back on, y'all. Please turn the comments back on. That's what it's about. Go ahead, Empress. I cut you off.
Hey, Kat.
Because, you know, the comments always stay messy. Y'all quit being so messy. She did ask some questions. The questions was answered. Maybe she just doesn't
turning the comments off.
To receive.
I think they messed up. Somebody else tried to do it at the same time.
Bro, that's all. Not so much on her now. Give her a break. Y'all being real messy in these comments.
Go ahead, Trip. I know you've been trying to jump in here. Go ahead, Trip.
So, yeah, I was just on mute. I don't know. I think it's, like I said, I think everybody should just, we can try to find different ways to get along. At this point, and I know this is probably not Rose's intent, but at this point now is the people, it has the people like, okay, so is it about an invite versus non-invite? Or is it about really making change? I feel like, yes, if you weren't included in the group, then it's probably a beautiful thing to start their own group. I know it was a few names that were left off. So, I mean, I feel like, once again, if somebody is throwing a party, you can't tell them who to invite. This man is probably looking at people that he personally has had run-ins with or people that have personally affected people that he runs with on the app. So, I mean, you know what I'm saying? If any of us would have created it, we would probably have a choice in saying it. I said yesterday, it was some people I don't even get along with. I'm like, oh, is they invited too? Are they coming? Are they on the list? So, but you can't tell people who to or not to invite. So I respect it. I'm all for it because I'm just trying to get along with the people. That don't mean, listen, don't come up looking for no apologies because I gave Kev one. I'm very selective with who and when I'm giving out apologies. Everybody's not getting one, so don't come looking. But yeah, I am open to everybody meeting up on the Zoom, talking things out, getting things squashed. Within the past 2 days alone, we've had so many apologies be handed out to people. Aunt Karen and Kev apologized to each other. Kev and Omar, me and Kev. You know, there's been so many beefs that have been squashed. Omar is like, hey, I'm unblocking the mods. So I was just speaking of this the other day. People being able to move around in other people's rooms freely. The mods not being scared like, oh, damn, I'm out for them, so I'm not welcome over there. People just being able to move how they want to move. I feel like it's a positive thing.
I do too. He ended the live. It didn't get discontinued. He ended it. Now, where's my apologies? Darling, everybody not going to be issuing no apologies. Empress, what the hell you want? Because I told you to get your ass out that box. I did.
I didn't see you, cuz. I didn't see you. I didn't see you. Why black people always got to be reporting shit? Why y'all reporting?
He did not get reported. He ended that live. It does not say discontinued. He just ended it. He did.
Maybe his phone died. Maybe his phone died.
Could be. But it definitely ended. He didn't
don't judge me. I didn't see my cuz say get out the box because she knew I would have got out the box. Definitely. I didn't even do nothing wrong. Y'all leave me alone. No, I was good. Wrong, I didn't yell. I didn't cuss. I did nothing.
That conversation was not going anywhere but downhill. So you should have came on about the box, but you didn't see it. It's not a problem. It's not that big of a deal.
We're gonna talk about this on the back end. We is. We know we is. Okay.
But this is turning into something that it is not intended to be. People are worried about who is going to be there and who isn't. People are worried about, well, why are these people invited to be there and then these people are not? I saw last night in Petty Rose Live a bunch of people saying, well, what Kay got to do with this? What can Kay do? What Kay gonna do? It's 1 o'clock. It's 1 o'clock. I'm just barely am awake. You hear my voice cracking? I'm getting sleepy again. Okay? Why we ain't got to worry about me. I'm all right. Whether I'm there or not, I will be just fine. Right? It will not make or break, my relationship that I have with my supporters. Everything will be fine. However, I have been invited, right? And that's fine too. I'm definitely going to stream it so that you guys have a voice as well. I might not be able to interact as much, but because I want to pay attention to what's being said and, what may or may not be asked of me. But I definitely want to, be present, right? In every sense of the word. So I don't really care, but I'm going to stream it for y'all, right? So that it won't be no secondhand, oh, well, I heard that it went like this and it went like, no, you'll see it for yourself, It's supposed to start tomorrow at 6, and that's cool. I will be there. This is turning, however, into a club, right? Like it's being received, not portrayed, because he's not putting it out there like, no, everybody isn't welcome. You know what I'm saying? It's being received like it's a club, like only certain creators can get in, and and that's not what this is at all. You know what I'm saying? Stop. Just take a minute and step outside yourself and realize that everything is not about you and or the creator that you support or the one that you care about, or you know what I'm saying? Because that's not what this is. That's not what this is.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying over there, because it wasn't like that. Like if we don't let it happen this way, then there won't be a trickle down. So it have to be this way. I think people are missing that every content creator is going to stream it, so everybody's views and opinions will also be involved. I think it'll be a great thing if we just let it ride. I don't feel like Rose was centering herself at all. I think she wanted a more of a clarity, but hey, everybody gonna view how they felt in attendance. So I figured if I explained it to her in a different way that she would understand, to not feel so left out. Cause I'm unsure if she felt left out or not. I just felt like, let me just clear it up. You know, that's my home over there. You know, that's my home over there. And you know, you my other home, you know, I bounce between these two. So I just hope everybody just understand that it's not a pick and choose. Clearly you can see a lot of the people are people he've already had beef with. So it's not a pick and choose, and then everybody's an influencer on this app. Some can gain a little more than others, and some are working their way up the ladder. So I think everybody just need to calm down a little bit and just see what's going to be, let it happen and see what it's going to be.
Because I think just said Rose not doing too well. Let me go check on her. I knew she was going to go live. Damn. So when I get in and end it, what's going on? Oh, Lord. This is going to be a mess. I just went over there to check on her. It's ended.
I think a lot of emotions was raised high, and I tried to bring it down a notch to get her to understand, because, you know, I fuck with her too. So, you know, I'm trying to bring it down a notch, but I guess, I feel
like she's frustrated because she wasn't able to complete her thought.
And the comments was trying to eat her alive, everything.
Hold on. I feel like she's frustrated because she wasn't able to complete her thought, but it was being perceived as emotional. She was just frustrated. It was just simply frustration. You know what I'm saying? Then they turned it into, okay, well, you ain't got the influence. You mad because you can't get in. What? That's not what that was at all.
It wasn't. That's why I said it. More or less the comments was, yeah, I should have got out the box, because see, this don't make no sense. I think it just took way out of proportion.
I got her number. It's in this phone, though. Hold on, y'all.
Jen, how you feel like the panel was bullying her? Just hold on, y'all, because I know I see y'all in the box. So I'm going to wait till she get back before I bring you to the panel, because she got to let me know if she wants you to come up or not. So just hold on till she come back.
Hi, Kay. Hey, I just heard the tail end of what you were just saying from your viewpoint of it. And I just want to say, like, I appreciate that you are able to look at things at a neutral standpoint and act as an unbiased party. And you're able to see both sides of things. Because just from somebody who was in the comments, so an outsider looking in, so taking the fact that I do be in the garden and I love her down. Outside of it, I think it was misunderstood what her question was. It wasn't about whether or not she was invited specifically. It was more so about kind of what is the purpose of the meeting and why were the people who are coming being selected, just to have a clear understanding. Because when she came up there, it was two different reasons explained as to who was selected. So of course she's going to keep asking questions if she's not clearly understanding the purpose, because two different answers were given. One thing was said that it's people who have been influencing since 2022. And another thing was said that it was for people who have recently been into stuff and been kind of getting into it with people. So of course, if we're getting two different answers, somebody's naturally going to still have questions after that. And it turned into a whole thing of her wanting to center herself and just kind of then comparing her. It's kind of hard to have this thing where it's supposed to be a truce meeting and a thing that's kind of starting the movement of peace on the app when she automatically start getting compared to other creators. It kind of like already contradicts the purpose of the movement before it even starts.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't feel like so much of a centering. I think she was just trying to figure out how it was selected, who selected them, what made them the influencers that were chosen. So that's why I explained it the way I explained it, because it was the best way it could be explained. I don't feel like she was centering herself. I think she was she didn't realize how it got picked. So it was like, okay. And I think that was even for yesterday. A lot of people are like, well, how did just these certain people got picked? So that's why I explained it the way I explained it, that this was something that was with bigger content creators way back when they first began.
And see, in your explanation,
easier to explain it the way I explained it.
Your explanation made sense. So kind of, number one, she kept getting interrupted. So she wasn't even able to articulate kind of the reason for the question and the backstory behind it because she was getting interrupted. But then also once you finally explained it, it made sense. But from there, people would like add on, it's really about this, and that. And it basically negated what you just said. So again, questions are going to come again after that. If you just, explained everything and you said it so well, and it was an understanding there, but somebody will hop on and say, really just the purpose of it is not about this and that. And it would negate what you just said. So a question is going to come after that when it's like, okay, hold on. I thought I had the answer and the concept and the understanding, but then I just heard something else that's different than what was just said. So right. Now I have another question because now, hold on. Is it not what you just said it was? You get what I'm saying?
I get it.
So I
definitely understand.
So it's just because now when you said something, that's when it was making sense. Just again, from a viewer standpoint, it made sense then. But somebody will hop in and say something else. So now it's like we back at square one. What's the purpose of it? Because even as supporters and people, quote unquote, down in the comments, it's kind of like, what is the meeting being had for? Because it's been said it's about the politics of the app. It's about the drama. It's about the band coming up. So I think it's just kind of like people are kind of wanting a general understanding or consensus of what it's supposed to be. Is it just bigger creators? It's been mentioned that maybe smaller creators are going to be involved in the recappers. So I think it's just kind of like there hasn't been just one full explanation of what the meeting is, why these people were selected. It's just an overall kind of confusion on the actual purpose of it. It's why people are going to have questions.
And I understand that too. And I understand I'm clearly seeing now that a lot of people were not there when it initially was spoken on and how it was. See, it was that it was going to be them and a lot of the beef that they had, but it was also said because they had a lot of people complaining about why certain people could go. So it was also explained as, hey, even the smaller content creators could do the same. That's going to make it amplify even bigger. But it's getting took out of proportion, and we haven't even seen what it's going to be until it happens.
But see, a lot of things are being overanalyzed and overexplained.
Exactly.
A lot of these things are being so overanalyzed it'll make no sense. And overexplained because it's happening tomorrow, right? If you want to know the purpose or, anybody's standpoint, or anything like that, baby, just tap into your favorite creator's platform and just listen. That's just sit there and listen.
And that part is understood. Like, of course, it kind of was impromptu. It came up kind of quick. But it's just like, if it's supposed to be this movement thing, we've had movements in the Black community. We know about that. Those kind of things have to kind of have a purpose to them. So it don't have to be nothing deep and, super explained. But if we want things to kind of move in a certain direction and start this movement of positivity, it does kind of, have to be a clearly outlined a purpose. Why are we doing this? Why are we,
So my question to what you just said, J to the L, is why? Why does that have to be explained? At what point in time, it don't have to be explained. Is once you see something, right, and you either like it or you don't, right? So let's say you opt in, you like it. Okay, cool. I'm gonna support this. So whatever, backing y'all need, if it's monetary, I got a couple dollars, I'll donate it. If it's, you need my platform, cool. Y'all can use my platform. If it's my voice, right, then cool, I'll do that. And if you opt out, right, then it's like, you know what? Although I do think that's a good idea, I'm gonna wash my hands with it because I can't. That ain't the path that I see me taking, right? And you just gracefully bow out. So again, I ask, right? It's happening tomorrow. Why all of the over explaining and over analyzing and who's gonna be there? Well, why we can be there and why they can't be there and why? It's like you either go like I don't understand it. I genuinely do not understand it. You either care and want to know, even if you just blatantly nosy, right? Even if you just nosy as hell and like, well, shit, I really just want to see what the fuck they finna be doing. I'll be there. You know what I'm saying? Cool. Because baby, conversation rule the nation. Before any and everything has ever happened that was of epic proportions, there was a conversation held about it first. And then there was a meeting. And then actions came into play. So all that I'm saying is nobody is being excluded and nobody is, it's not like a who's who club or anything like that. I feel like this shit is being overanalyzed and overexplained.
Very true.
Honestly, that's how I feel. That's just me though. Everybody else that's gonna be there might not feel that way. But me in this moment right here, right now, today, this shit is being overanalyzed and overexplained. And it's being now perceived as a club. You know what I'm saying? Who can get in and who can't. Or, well, what this person brings to the table and what this person doesn't, right? Let me explain something to y'all. There are qualities that I possess that Petty does not. There are qualities that Petty possesses that Kappa does not. And the same thing for Genty and Kev and Slim. And we are not all the same people. You understand what I'm saying? There are a lot of different qualities that all of these different creators possess. Right? So I get it. I completely understand the questions of, well, why this person gonna be there and why this person gonna be there. I don't think that's really because that ain't how I understand. I just think it's dumb. I do. I think those are invalid questions. Why anybody gonna be there is gonna whether Empress is at the meeting or not, it's not gonna take no money out your pocket, take no food out your kid's mouth. You just want to have an input. And you will. Just not in the Zoom call. It's like, Jesus Christ. Don't break your glasses, girl. What's the big deal? I don't understand why this is going so far. It's y'all acting like it's the damn reality show. It's a meeting. It's a meeting that y'all are gonna be, motherfuckers not even being excluded from. The public is not being, it's literally like a city council meeting. That's what this is like.
Well, see, I think when you're saying it makes sense, it's just a general meeting. But because, again, the confusion's coming in, and again, it doesn't have to be that deep because it's the first meeting, whatever the case may be. The confusion's coming in where it's being different things. And I'm saying from people that are supposed to be participating or who are saying they're having their hands and starting it, you're even just on the panel just then, you're hearing different reasons and purposes. So I think a just blanketed general meeting thing would have made more sense then. As opposed to that probably would have. Yeah. So you're right that it's being, but I think that should have been said then. Like, okay, this is just a meeting. We want to discuss some things. Maybe not even tell all the supporters, just we're having a meeting. Y'all can come in and sit down and then you'll just kind of see what we're going to discuss when it happens. But once you start saying what's going to be the purpose of it and they're hearing different things, that's when people are going to have questions.
That, but don't forget, Kate, originally nobody was going to know about this meeting. It was going to be done and they were all going to have this meeting. It was brought up that, hey, it wouldn't be fair to the other influencers to hear on this Zoom. Mind you, it's not enough seats for everybody to be in this Zoom. So they made it to where, okay, we got a lot of the bigger influencers here. Let's make it to where they all go live too, so everybody can hear. So they incorporated everyone to be at this one particular meeting. I think that's the part everybody's missing, because everybody's like, well, why is this person not here? It was just a bigger one so everybody could tap in into the Zoom to hear. So this is why it was not discussed or done on the back end, because they wanted everybody to be a part. So everyone who followed KayDubb was going to be there because she going to be live. Everyone who followed Kev, they gonna all be there. That way no one got left out. May have been the bigger content creators to the smaller ones. Nobody was being left out. I don't understand the back and forth and 1,000 questions. Just pull up and listen. If you have something to say, it's gonna be read in your content creators live. She gonna speak on it. He or she gonna speak on it. But what do y'all think about this? We ain't even seen where it's gonna go yet before everybody is trying to destroy it before it happens.
I don't know if the
Everybody
question.
just take a deep breath, God damn it, and sit down in your chair on your couch and pull up, God damn it, damn. I'm trying to be quiet, stay calm.
I don't know if
damn.
the questions are necessarily degrading the movement, but I for sure will say that, like,
no. The questions are not, because the questions won't just stop today. I know for sure that my cup gonna run this over tomorrow. Right? With questions. I'm almost positive. However, I don't think that it is degrading, belittling, nothing like that. If you have questions, right, you're supposed to be able to ask your favorite content creator if they're going to be a part of it. You know what I'm saying? Not if they're going to be a part of it, because we know who's going to be a part of it. But you're supposed to be able to ask them, like, hey, well, for instance, you follow me, right? If you came up here and was like, KayDubb, so what's the meeting about tomorrow? If I know what the meeting is about, baby, I don't have a problem. Well, darling, we really just trying to make sure that, bring it down a couple notches. We understand people have been, and give it to you. As opposed to you hearing it from somebody else. Because, see, what this meeting might mean to me, it may not mean to them. Or her. Or him. Or, you see what I'm saying? That's the reason why so many, it's broad. There's a very wide cast net of creators, right? Yeah. From different walks and different aspects. You see what I'm saying? So I personally feel like questions are necessary, but the asking the criteria and all of that, or whatever the case may be, I can see how that can be seen as argumentative, but knowing Rose in specific, she wouldn't be argumentative. She really she wanted to gain clarity.
And so I think, like, honestly, the movement, before, not to be a pessimist, but I feel like the movement has already been pushed back just because of what took place. And the whole purpose, one of the purposes of it is to, not go below the belt and do certain things like that. It took a whole different turn and spin when it started being that she want clout and she trying to use this for content, and she not a Aunt Karen, she not a T-Time. That wasn't, like, can we not agree that wasn't necessary?
The whole time that I was watching that, baby, every time he said some unnecessary shit, and there was over 400 people in here, they could tell you. I was like, that was unnecessary. That was uncalled for. You didn't have to do all of that.
And then kind of letting
that a lot of the things that were happening. I'm sorry, what you say, love?
I'm sorry. And I was going to say, so kind of Kev misunderstanding what she was saying, but then also because Slim has his personal relationship with her, him kind of throwing in his little digs on top of that, it kind of was like a piling up kind of situation. It kind of just took some steps back. I'm sorry.
No, you good.
Hey, Kay, thank you for. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Hey, baby. I wanted to address a comment that I just saw. It said that Aunt Karen needs to be the leader. Sweetheart, there is no leader. Kev came up with the idea, right? This was apparently he's had enough. Okay. And we all chose to oblige. That's simply what it is. There are no leaders. There is no, oh, well, I'm the leader. It is. It's not like a MLK or Martin. Lord, I might say the same thing. Malcolm X or anything. It's not that, right? It's not that type of thing. It's pretty much just trying to figure out what we all can do as a collective, considering the amount of influence that we are capable of. You see what I'm saying?
I can see something before I go back off my lunch break, y'all. Hey, boo, this is my first time on your panel. Hey, but so y'all look, I watch everybody live. I live surf when I'm at work. My AirPod is in my ear when I'm at home. Every now and then I might jump on somebody's panel. Been like that for years. First thing I want to say is most of us, including myself, could be a creative we want, right? As long as I'm consistent, if I had a work from home job or whatever, I could go live whenever I want. I could definitely be up there too, right? Because I've been in everybody's space. People fuck with me. But me being in everybody's space and seeing this meeting that's about to take place, my thing is it's entertainment for me at this point. Because they need a mediator, for one. They don't need a leader. But there is a mediator that needs to be there that's completely neutral, that may not be as known or relevant as everybody. The only reason why I say that is because I have been in everybody's space. And I know that once that conversation gets to the thick of it, people are going to overtalk. People may have disagreements where they're going back and forth a little bit. We all grown, but sometimes it's a lot of animosity built up between a lot of creators that's going to, and I'm going to say live creators, okay? I need y'all to stop saying content creators. Because when all the beef is squashed and everybody cool, what you going to go live about? Or what you going to create? Like, is you going to create a Get Ready With Me? Is you going to be in the kitchen cooking? Because a lot of the lives really just be beef that's been going on in the TikTok street. Which I'm happy for the resolution, but at the same time, I do think a mediator needs to be there. People like myself that's just watching. It's going to be entertainment because I want to know what's going to happen after the beef is squashed. I like all of y'all. All of y'all have big personalities. But what are y'all going to do after this? Like, if you ain't got no beef with nobody, if this one ain't beefing with that, and the live ain't roasting somebody else, what you talking about?
Well,
that's all I want. What the conversation going to be about after that?
I do believe, me just talking right now on the back end, I do believe that mediator is going to be Rick the Ruler.
Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one. He will be good.
From what I was already told,
I don't know.
It's temporarily right now. It's up for discussion, but it's going to be Rick the Ruler. Which is a great pick.
Yeah, agreed. I think Rick, okay. I think Kay, you would be a good mediator. Yeah, that's because I haven't really seen you.
If you wanted my opinion, it would. If I had a choice, it would be between the two of them. I do feel like Kay is level-headed and non-biased, and the same with Rick. So it could go either way.
Yeah, but for the comment, Rick is Cal's friend, but Rick is
but Rick
him and Cal,
toes by himself. Don't put that together
down.
like that because Rick do his thing though.
They go 10 toes down. Rick do not dick ride Kevin at all.
At all. He will check him and put him in place too. So let's not do that.
He fell.
Let me get out this box right now. Let me get out.
Yeah, me too, y'all. Let me finish eat my sushi while my lunch break before it's over. Bye, Kay. Thank you for letting me up. I'm still going to comment.
I'm going to call you, you know, let me just get out. Yeah, you already know what it is. I'm going to get out the box. Meeting with the kids. For the kids.
Yeah, because they down there saying they vote for Kay too. I was thinking that's why I came up here because I said she could be unbiased and see things from both sides.
I can. I'm too goofy though, so I don't. Because maybe I'll be in that bitch laughing.
And that's what they need. No, it need to be because the shit getting too. It's supposed to be like a little Real Housewives of Atlanta basketball wives, and it's not. It's giving Days of Our Life. It's giving, you know.
K or T. Where you go, cuz?
Yeah, it dropped her, but how you doing, man? I just want to say I'm happy for this right here. I didn't hear the news. I like the way the lady labeled it. What is it, live surfing? Because I guess that's what I be doing when I'm at work. I be live surfing, and I'd come across y'all lives, and you know, sometimes jump in and I just listen. But I'm really happy that they all gonna come together and discuss it like a death story. Like that's what I really like. That's what I came to.
Uh-oh, your phone going out real bad.
You know that. I'm sorry.
Okay, drop and come back up then. Put your request back in, love. I think that a mediator should not be necessary, but is necessary. You gotta understand, everybody that's about to be on this call is 30 plus. Fuck you need a mediator for. And then I also say that because a lot of the major issues that have already taken place, motherfuckers have like squashed it, issued an apology or whatever, so that we can get to a better place. You know what I'm saying? But hell, I don't know. What do I know? Don't nobody. I try to tell y'all shit all the time, and y'all just be looking past it to somebody else said. I be like, well, all right, cool. This bitch laughing. You know what I'm saying? I do think there are a couple of people who have very big egos and that are very, very prideful. I'm a prideful person, right? I pride myself on a lot of characteristics that I possess. And my ego is not that big. I don't really, it ain't that deep for me. It's really not that deep for me. But I am very prideful. So yeah. Now other creators that have been invited, some of the other creators are very egotistical. And that can, I'm not gonna say going to, that can, pose a problem, but we shall see. Mm-hmm. I do. I have a mediation certificate in my state. Baby, I'm just good at calming shit down and refocusing. I'm pretty good at that. Anywho, I'm about to chill for a minute. Put my clothes on. As you can see, I done laid my damn clothes. Wait, where they at? Right there. I done laid my clothes out. Went in that closet and got my clothes. So I'm about to go ahead and get dressed and get my day started for these kids get here. Hold on. J to the L. There you go, baby. What happened?
Tell us you had a mediation certificate in your state.
I don't have a mediation certificate in my state.
Oh, I thought you just said you had one.
No, that's what I was reading the comments.
Oh, my bad. Oops, see. They gonna put me back. Oh, hold on, let me go.
See, they finna send your ass back down. That's what's No, I don't have a I was reading a comment. There was a comment that said I have a mediation certificate in my state. I do not. I'm just good at, calming everybody down and refocusing. I'm good at that. So, but let me get my ass off here because apparently we all need a nap. How the hell she thought I said that? Damn cousin. The fuck? I'll be back in a little bit. I will be tuning in to some of these lives or whatever, y'all. So, TikTok mediation certificate is valid too. If that's the case, then I'm certified. I'm for sure certified because we need a nap. I'm definitely certified if that's the case because they say, I don't know, if they say I'm a counselor. That's what they say. They call me the trap therapist. I don't know what that means. I think I like it. I'm not sure yet though. So, I don't know. Y'all named me that shit. I didn't name myself that shit. You think I should set it up and mediate? We can see. We can see. Tomorrow doing an HR heck no on this app. All right, y'all. Y'all go watch whoever y'all gonna watch. Let me go ahead and get myself together and then I'll be back in a little bit for y'all. Talking about you the hood therapist. See what I'm saying? Bye.